and thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me. Today we're trying out some new products. This is not new to the market, but it's new to me. It's the Chanel Ultra Le Teint Velvet. I have mine in B40, and then we're also going to try out these cute little Guerlain Météorites powders that I recently picked up. And then we're gonna do a simple glam eye look using just eyeliner and one shadow. So let's go ahead and get started. I've been waiting to try this one out. It's the Chanel Ultra Le Teint Velvet. I have mine in B40. It's the closest to BD41. That's my ideal shade. So I know this will be slightly cooler, but at least we can get a sense of the texture. And then usually if I bronze, things will turn out okay. It says Blurring Smooth Effect Foundation. It does have SPF 15. So you can see already it's a little bit cool. Just use my Shiseido brush here. Just lightly on my forehead there because it's gonna be too light. Just have a fragrance to it. Okay, so let's take a look at what it says. It says it's a Blurring Smooth Effect Foundation, Velvet Matte Finish, SPF 15. And long wear sheer to medium, although did a pretty good job of covering. Sheer to medium coverage foundation that glides onto skin with a velvet smooth matte finish. Yeah, it did have a lovely glide to it, and it does dry down nicely. Like, I think, actually, let me look. This would be a rare foundation that I feel like I wouldn't have to powder because it's dried down completely and has almost like a powdery finish to it. Interesting, yeah. Even up here in the front, you can hear it. So maybe dry skin types won't love this, let me know. But oily skin types, this might be your kind of foundation. Yeah, I would say it's more medium. I guess I could have shared it out, but it's more like a medium coverage on me. The composition is an oil-free formula with a perfect skin affinity complex that provides lasting, comfortable wear, while a perfect light control complex containing 2 types of semi-transparent powders. That's probably what I'm feeling, because I said it feels powdery, like as if I had powdered. These semi-transparent powders blur the look of pores and imperfections for a smooth, soft focus effect. I'm definitely getting that, but I just wish the shade was closer because it's too cool for me. But we will continue with this and see how we can even that out with other things like bronzer, powder, blush. Yeah, if you have dry skin, I really don't know if this is for you because it really dries down quite well. And I have dry skin right now, and it's not helping with the dryness. Okay, we're gonna go in with CLE De Peau Concealer. See how that plays with this. This is in Mocha. I'm assuming this will work well because this is a little bit cooler as well. Okay, plays nicely with the CLE De Peau Concealer. SISLEY Concealer. La Prairie. This might be an interesting powder to use here. This is the Chantecaille HD Perfecting Loose Powder in Candlelight. I've been actually using this powder daily since I got it because I like the finish. It's a really natural look. On the daily, I've been doing this going in with the Victoria Beckham Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer. And this is in Golden, and I've been going in with concealer and then this powder. It looks really lovely. Oh yeah, and then someone asked about this. I totally forgot to mention how much I liked this brush. Yeah, I love the way this performs. It makes products even better. That's what I love about really great brushes. And I use it all the time. It's pretty much replaced any other bronzer brush for powders. Oh, this is the Sisley bronzer, by the way. Let me put on my eye base, eyebrows, and we'll do a very simple look with just eyeliner first. Okay, let's go in with just the navy eyeliner. I know some of you picked this up when it was restocked by Victoria Beckham. I'm gonna actually line on the bottom, on the top, in the waterline, and then do a little wing out here, and that'll be the eye first. So you can see how pretty that color is, and really just adding eyeliner there, what a big difference it makes. Going under a little bit, I'm going to take the smudger side of this. Let's just follow this line. It's going to help me with the next step. Okay, now I'm going to take this and go above but just halfway. I'm going to make a bit of a triangle here. So I just went above like a triangle here and then to the middle. So I'm gonna look down here. It's not perfect yet, but let me get a brush that'll help. So I've got this Chantecaille eyeliner brush. So I'm gonna perfect this a little bit and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to this other eye, but that's just eyeliner. Okay, so there is just eyeliner on both sides. Such a beautiful shade, and if you have brown eyes like me, this navy shade really brings that color out. So I'm gonna go ahead and add Chantecaille's Faux Longest Lash Mascara, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so we've just got eyeliner and mascara on, so it's quite dramatic, but we're gonna add to that in a little bit. We are going to try a couple of blushes though. So I had a really great question about the difference between the Suqqu and the CLE De Peau. I still don't have a case for this yet, but I am working on it. So here is the one that I love in 105, and then this is the Suqqu blush in number 4. Because I haven't done this before. Let's go ahead with the CLE De Peau blush over on this side. So I love this for a more dramatic eye because it leaves just a little bit of color, but doesn't take over. My my skin is quite dry right now. It's, yeah, really dry right now, especially right here. So I'm getting a little bit more texture than I normally would, and that is really giving a beautiful glow to the skin, the CLE De Peau blush. So let's go in with the Suqqu. I'm just gonna take the other side of this brush, flip it over, and this is the Suqqu blush. So I think the main difference here, and I can see it, is that there's more of a glow on the CLE De Peau side, which I think if you like that, if you like this Candlelight powder, this kind of product, you'll probably prefer the CLE De Peau blush over this one. This one's slightly more matte. It's not matte at all, but it just doesn't have the same type of glow as a CLE De Peau. Go ahead and kind of balance these out. I'm gonna add the Suqqu here, more on the like the apples of the cheek, and then I'm going to take the CLE De Peau. I'm going to put that more towards the front because I want a little bit more of that glow, especially on the drier spots right up here. I still really like the CLE De Peau blush, but I really love the Suqqu blushes. They just are different types of blushes. They're not as similar as I thought they would have been. Just taking the deeper shade in CLE De Peau and running underneath. Okay, let's take a lip, Victoria Beckham Twist. Really beautiful shade. It's lighter than Spark and also brighter. Take a little bit of the blur powder right in the front. Yeah, there's a certain brightness about the CLE De Peau blush as well. I think that you get, that you don't get with a Suqqu. Okay, let's go ahead with the Victoria Beckham in Mink. I love this shade. So we're gonna add this on top, so in case you like just an eyeliner, like you can do that, or if you want to build that first and then add this. I also did get a question about why I add mascara before I complete my eye look, because I want to show what it looks like with mascara for those who just want to do one step like this. And then adding eyeshadow isn't that difficult for me, although if it was a real life situation, I would wait till the end to add mascara. Or if this is like your daytime look and you add mascara, then you can go in and add another product on top. So that's just another thing to think about. I'm gonna take this Mink by Victoria Beckham. And underneath as well, just a little bit. And I almost forgot, I just looked at these. Almost forgot to add these on, these Guerlain powders. So let me actually change the lip, because now that the eye is this intensified, I kind of want to balance it out a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more color to the lip. This is one of my favorite lip shades. It's the Hermes number 21. Now for the powders. So I'm going to go in with this one, Mythic. This is the pink one. So I'm going to stamp it on because that's the best way I can think of using this because of the applicator. It's like a sponge. So let's see. You can see it's got a glow about it. It's got a cool pink glow. I suppose you could put it all over your face, but I'm just gonna leave it in that area, maybe down the nose. Let's see. Yeah, it does have a beautiful glow about it. Subtle, might be more subtle than the actual Météorites. Let me look. Yeah, so it's more, if you look, powdery and less shimmery, because there's quite a bit of shimmer in the Météorites, the little spheres. But this is more powdery, more even. Let's go up here in the front just so you can see. Yeah, that's a really, actually, quite a pretty one if you are cooler in tone, or if you like that cooler tone, because it is pink. Like almost like a pink lavender almost. Let's go ahead on this side. I did not mean to do my hair first. This one has more of a sparkle to it, which I don't love, but I'll show you. So let's see if I can even see it here. Yeah, it looks like sparkly. So this would be the one I wish, okay, for me, I wish that this tone, this one, I wish this was the Mystic finish, because this finish is different than this one. This again is golden shimmer. Add a little bit more in case you can't see it, but I think I can see it. Yeah, I can definitely see those individual particles, which is exactly what I don't love. But this is really beautiful. Yeah, maybe not something I needed. Very, very cute. Like I said, if the shade was different on this one, I would be traveling with this, because I think it's a really beautiful finish. It's more powdery than that, more even. No intermittent shimmer on Mystic. So yeah, the closest thing I can think of would be something like an hourglass finish, but those are not all created equally either. So it's got more of like that dim light finish, if you're familiar with that, because that one is one of the more even of the hourglass finishing powders, and it's also more subtle. I think because of what I'm wearing. So this is a Diane von Furstenberg dress that I got so many years ago. Yeah, I really feel like I need Vetyver for what I'm wearing, especially today. It's nice and green. I don't know why I'm using this one, because I do have the full size. I love this one. But the notes are citron, pink pepper, nutmeg, juniper, cypress for top notes, mid notes, muguet, cedarwood, iris, dry down, vetiver, vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. As for the foundation, the Ultra Laton Velvet, this does deliver that blurring smooth effect, and I think it is because of those powders. But as with powders, just be careful, make sure that you blend well, because I can see it will have the potential to get stuck in some of those little spaces there. So just make sure you have a really nice brush that can even things out. This is a Shiseido brush that I use all the time. So even with this brush, I just needed to be careful not to have like excess gather in certain places, and just really shear that out nicely. But if you have oily skin, I think you might really like this. Dry skin type, so I don't know if you'll like this, because like I said, this is the only foundation that once I put this on, I felt like maybe I don't even need to powder this. That's how much this dried down. Very, very comfortable to the touch. Like it doesn't feel dewy at all. It feels like it's dried down very well, but it's still comfortable at the same time. So it doesn't feel tight or anything on the face. Actually, it's very lightweight. So it's a unique foundation to other foundations that I have. So we'll see, this will be interesting to watch in the summer months to see how well this performs, because that's when it gets really tricky with foundation. When it gets hotter, that's when makeup is challenged quite a bit. So I will be testing this well into the summer to let you know how it goes. But I think B40 worked out okay. You can see that it is cooler. My neck is warmer here. I could put foundation on my neck, but I don't. I don't like the way it feels. So I am okay with that. I could add bronzer or powder as well to even it out if I really wanted to, but it's not that big a deal to me. So I just leave it as is. As for these Météorite powders, I think they're so cute. I do not actually like this golden shimmer one though, which is kind of sad because I like the tone. I just am not a shimmery person. I mean, it says right there, shimmer. Yeah, I don't think I'll use that one again. This one though, the one in Mythic, is such a beautiful glow. It's very subtle. I wish it had a warmer tone to it, then I would definitely use this more. But it does have a beautiful ethereal glow to it, very even in its reflective properties, almost a little bit powdery as well. I actually prefer this to the Météorites spheres themselves, the original ones. I do love the holiday one, I still love that one, but this one, even though it has some of that like pinky, lavender to it. It's really pretty. So we'll see if I end up using this one. I don't know. I don't usually pull for colors like this, but we'll see. I wanted to try something different with the eye makeup today, just to play around with the products that I haven't had a chance to play with very much, and show you really how beautiful that navy shade is all by itself in the Victoria Beckham eyeliner. I think it's so pretty, and it's really quite easy to add to with something like the lid luster. This again, it's in Mink. I just added it on top, so it's one of the easiest eye looks I've done, but I think it turned out really, really pretty. But that's it for today's video, so please take care of each other. Stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.